Hey. Um, I just wanted to pop on live real quick. I'm actually in my car, obviously. Just left Target. Just have a bunch of bags. Went in there for one thing and picked up a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to get this to stay put. Um, yeah, just got back in the car and I'm debating whether I should go to another store. I actually need to go to the grocery store. I tried to find stuff in Target, um, like the grocery stuff, and I did find a couple of things that I needed. Like, I found stuff for dinner tonight, but I also need to go and get some stuff from the regular grocery store. But happy Saturday, everybody. I don't know if anybody's going to come in, but I did want to catch up with you all because it's been a minute since I actually posted on here and I kind of missed you guys. I have been enjoying the summertime. It's finally, hot outside and all of that. So, finally enjoying that. And I mean, it's kind of been hot. I live in LA, so it's not really cold out. Um, but just enjoying the summer so far. And we don't have a trip until August, and it's like a family trip. So we've been kind of just hanging around, bike riding, going to the beach, gym, same routine really. Um, and probably gonna go to Palm Springs and Vegas or San Diego, just kind of do close by trips before we go on the bigger trip in August. Yeah, but I did have a reason to come on here. I actually wanted to talk to you ladies about going outside this summer. Like, I'm telling you, if you are single, this is for the ladies who are single. If you are single, you definitely need to be outside. I just came from Target, and when I tell you nonstop, oh, you're pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm sweaty and everything like that. But thank you. I appreciate it. When I tell you, it's so easy to date, to find somebody to take you out. Just go outside looking good, obviously looking pretty decent, and you will see that it's actually crazy. Like, so many people were like, oh, hi, what's up, trying to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, just being friendly and everything. Clearly I'm married, so I'm not gonna be taking it any further than that. But it's so crazy, and I always tell you ladies that it's very important that you put yourself out there, not just being online. Because, I do have a course for you who, need help with getting guys online and stuff like that. But you definitely need to be outside, go to these restaurants, go to, you know, run your errands, and you look halfway decent, you are going to get approached, you are going to get talked to, and it's really that simple. And I want you ladies to take advantage of it, because I feel like ever since it turned summer, it's even more attention. So yeah. Hi from Jamaica. Hi. How old are you? mm. The people who subscribe to my channel know how old I am. You look like Serena Williams. I never heard that before. That's Serena Williams. That's funny. Um, which are you country? What country am I from? I'm from the United States. Yeah, I'm from the United States. I live in California. Good morning from Singapore. Hi, Singapore. Please say hi to Mary. Gorelick? Okay. Brazil. Gosh, your voice is angelic and sexy at the same time. How's that even possible? Okay, now I'm blushing. I never heard that. I feel like I hate my voice. So, thank you. But I'm literally just sitting in the car from Target. I should show you guys what I got, but I got a bunch of random stuff because I only went in there for, what did I go in there for? I went in there for like the dishwasher. Oh, Northern California, what's up? I'm in Southern California, mm, in the South Bay of Southern California. That's what's up. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah. So, what I was gonna say. So, I was debating if I should just go to like the bar and, just like I don't drink, but I always like will have a mocktail and just kind of mingle with some people because my husband is not around right now. He's actually in like he's so he coaches baseball on the weekends, well, during this time, and they're actually at a tournament right now. So he's doing that whole thing right now with, if you guys know anything about baseball and like coaching kids and stuff, they like go and do tournaments. So I'm debating if I should just go to this bar, Joey's. It's like a restaurant, and there's like a pretty good bar there, and there's like, a scene there. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should go there, have a mocktail, get like some little cute thing to eat, and like talk to some people. Oh, that smile. Okay, that's it. I have a crush. Oh my God, I can't. Hi from Cyprus. Hey, Cyprus. It's hella hot here. How about you? It's pretty nice. So I live by the ocean, so it doesn't get too hot. It is like hot in Los Angeles, but I live next to the water, so it doesn't get too hot. It's hella hot. Oh, yeah. Husband. That's it. My heart is broken to pieces. Yeah. Yeah. I'm married. I thought everybody knew that. Maybe you're new here. Welcome. Yeah, so I think I'm probably gonna go to the bar. I definitely need to go to the grocery store, because I didn't get any real groceries from Target. Um, and I love you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, random stuff. Yeah. So if I start, I think this is not gonna hold up because it's probably gonna fall once I start driving because I don't have like a serious setup in my car. What if you go to the bar and no one likes you? That never happens. I'm kidding. No, you go to the bar. Oh, you asking for like yourself or for me? Because I mean, that never really happened. But if you do go to the bar and like nobody's talking to you, you can always talk to the All right. Okay, VIP Slayer. You can always talk to the bartender. You can talk to the person sitting next to you. You can ask questions like, "Oh, what are you drinking?" So you always can make conversation, unless you're just not really an extrovert. Ciao. Bye. Then it's, gonna be on you. But definitely, it's pretty easy to make friends at the bar. I feel like that's when people are probably the most open to talking and stuff if they see that you're both at the bar together. And that's why if you are by yourself and you are going to go to a restaurant, I highly suggest you sit at the bar and chat with the people there. But I'm probably going to hop back on here a little later because I do want to catch up with everybody. Um, just because I haven't been on here in a minute and I want to make a video for you ladies. I want to talk about a couple of things that I've noticed, that I've been experiencing, and just sharing that with you. But like I said, I'm gonna try to start driving and see if it's not gonna work because I'm probably gonna have to hold it. Let's see. Is this illegal? I feel like I've never really tried streaming and driving at the same time. So we'll see. Yeah, probably gonna go to the grocery. I feel like I need to go to the grocery store because if I go somewhere else where I'm gonna be chilling, I'm not gonna go to the grocery store after. So I feel like that's probably like the main priority. Um, before like just going to hang out at the bar. But yeah, I definitely think like if you're a single lady and it's the summertime, you need to be outside. Like there are so many of my clients, so those of you who know, those of you who don't know, um, you can I like coach a lot of women on their relationships, dating and all of that and getting them, the type of lifestyle, type of relationship that they're looking for. And I always will tell you, ladies, go outside. Like, I feel like that's the main thing I get from my clients is like they just don't go outside. They just don't want to kind of put themselves out there. And you have to know, like, a lot of these guys who are single, they don't really cook. So, what do you think they're going to do when they're hungry? Some, yeah, will call for takeout, but most of them will want to mingle and talk to people. And they like to pick like their favorite spots where they're going to go eat lunch, go eat dinner, have breakfast certain places. And they're going to go sit at the bar. So, it's so easy for you to like meet people if you just go outside, mingle, live your life, but like look decent doing it. Like the main thing that really hinders a lot of women is when they do go outside is that they look a hot mess. And you don't have to look like $1,000,000 like me right now. Like I don't look amazing. I literally just have a shirt on, some linen pants and like some heeled sandals and just kind of pulled my hair back and everything, but I look decent. That's really all you have to look. You don't have to like look like you're going to the club or anything like that. So just doing that minimal thing, you will be surprised on how many people will like come up to you, start talking to you. Like it's really crazy. It's really crazy. How long have you been married? I've been married for just a little bit over a year, so not very long. Not very long. And I got married, I got engaged under a year of dating. And yeah, and then we got married in the spring of that. So yeah, got married last March. And yeah, it's been great. Amazing. Love it. Married life is cool, and that's the thing. Married life is definitely different from single life. And if you do want to get married, if you see your life like in that trajectory, like, oh, do you want to get married, you need to enjoy your singledom. Because I'm not saying that you can't like do the same things you did when you were single married, but you actually have a whole completely different life and different experiences once you're married. So take advantage of being single, like enjoy it 100%. Like do all the things that you want to do personally because it stops, life stops being just about you and what you want to do. It turns into, oh, like my partner and everything, like, I have to consider him and he has to consider me, which is great. I love that because I don't have any like regrets or resentment because I didn't do what I wanted to do before. Do you have kids? Do you have kids though? No, I don't have any kids yet. Yet. I do want kids, but I don't have kids right now because I wasn't married. This is the first time I was ever married. So I'm a little traditional when it comes to that. I definitely wanted to be married before I had any children. So not yet. Do you? Do you have children? Are you married? How long have you been married? How long have you been in a relationship? Now let me ask you the questions. I can't believe I'm like driving and streaming. Never did that before. But yeah, but I don't mind you guys asking me questions. That's fine. I'm literally holding this in my hand so I don't. I'm driving with one hand, which I usually do. I'm gonna hit this lady. Ma'am, oh my God. Like, I've been living in Los Angeles for a very long time. The one thing I cannot stand is that people have no care for cars. They will just walk super slow and like, you really think that you're gonna make it if I hit you with my car? I don't think so. Like, your body versus a car, I win each time. Move it, ma'am. Move it. Okay, so I just got to the grocery store. Okay, I'm gonna go in the grocery store and I'm not gonna take you guys with me. Um, I'm 14. Can you give me some advice, please? Live your life, do great in school, and enjoy being young. You're young. I would definitely say, you know, take school very seriously. Like, right now when you're young, take in all of like the information that your school gives you, because that's going to make you the most money when you get older. So take advantage of school. I don't know if you work or not, but usually at 14, most kids your age, all they have is their studies. All they have to do is focus on that. So I would definitely say take that very seriously, so you always know like you have that education, because you don't realize like a lot of the things that you learn when you're in school, those come up when you're like older, not necessarily for like a job, like, okay, that's going to get me a job, but it's going to build your personality. And people are going to look at you and think that you're intelligent. They're going to ask you about certain books that you've read. And just like you become more cosmopolitan, you become more um, intriguing and interesting. So I think that's very important. Tuned in from Dublin. Do you enjoy getting invited to weddings? Is it a chore or a pleasure? I love getting invited to weddings. I think it's beautiful, because when people get married, it's definitely a beautiful thing that's going on. You're witnessing someone, well, two people commit to one another, and the highest way we can do here on this planet Earth. And that's a beautiful thing. So I definitely don't think it's a chore. I love it. I love. um what do you think of some jobs that help you around that think okay, can I read right now? Okay, give me a second. Let me try to like, y'all, this is not gonna hold up. Yeah, it's not gonna hold up. uh, uh, I need to get one of those car things. What's in? Oh, that's my husband's baseball hat thing. I'm like, what is that? Okay, let me just hold it. Um, what do you think of some jobs that help you be around affluent men? Jobs, really any service job would do that. I mean, any service job really about around affluent men. I mean, but it depends, like, what do you want to be working? Like, I used to bartend at a golf course. When I first moved to LA, I bartended at a golf course, and I met so many like affluent men, and it was like great, and went on a date with a couple of them. But like after a while, I decided like I want to come here, I don't want to work here. So although it did give me like access to them and their money fairly quickly, and they saw me as someone to help and like invite places because I just moved here and everything like that. But I definitely didn't want to just work there and meet people. But yeah, anything in service, I mean, you're gonna bump into anybody in service. Also, if you do any kind of business, like whatever job you have, whether it's a corporate or anything job like that, just going out and networking will do that for you. Going to these types of events. My sister went to, so she lives next to like a really, really nice resort. and she goes to the resort often, and she went there and she saw like there was a big financial event happening. They always have events there because it's a really beautiful, like expensive resort, and it's like right off the ocean. It's like right on a cliff. It's absolutely beautiful. I was actually going to get married there. We ended up choosing something else, but she was there, and there were so many men because it's like finance, so like so many men traveling in, but like so many of these guys. And she, was there talking, chatting, had like just met people there at the bar. She was there. She was like, okay, I just came here to like kind of just chill out, and then I ended up having a really good night. They ended up going to like a restaurant. She like, these are kind of the things that you can be around very easily, is like going to like corporate style, make sure my door's locked, corporate style events, and you will just be able to mingle with people and talk to them. And yeah, I would go to finance events. Working, you can work and use your job to get into these events because they will pay for you to go to them. So it depends on what you do, but you definitely don't have to like just work to be in the midst of affluent men. I would definitely say like working is kind of a little sketchy because, like if you work with certain people, they may not want to like muddy the waters at work. So, you kind of want to get them when they're like having fun and you're having fun. So, or they're at an event and you're at an event and you're not like connected company wise, or you're working and they're, there, just to let it know. Tips for dating a doctor. Oh my God. You come to the right person. I'll tell you that. I've dated my fair share of doctors, surgeons to be exact, and from cardiologists to neurosurgeons to um, anesthesiologists. I've dated a plethora of doctors before I got married. I would definitely say, depending on where he's at in his career, but even if, he is pretty far in his career, which you would want him to be, because in the beginning, like if he's in residency and fellowship, like those parts are really, really tough because he has yet to make any of his real money that he's going to make, and he's going to be working like a dog. So time is of the essence. When the person that I was dating for a very long time before my husband, who I actually thought I was going to be with for a very long time, he was a neurosurgeon, and he worked like crazy. He worked at like 3 hospitals. He was on call all the time. And yeah, it was fine because at that time I didn't need someone there all the time. And although my husband, he works a lot as well, but it's just very, very different. It's a very different type of lifestyle. It's a lot of work, but I would definitely say, you date them like you date everybody else. You look good, have a good time, ask for what you want. um, you just all the same things I talk about of dating, you should implement those. Thank you. I think you will be a good mother. Oh, thank you. What time is it where you live, by the way? It's 6:07 p.m. I live in Los Angeles, so we have a lot of time. Um, I'm gonna go in the store. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna hop on here later. I know I have to go into the store, and I just don't want to be weird. How did you find a doctor? Oh my God, girl. At one point, I was literally, oh, you know what? I need bags because I don't want to pay for a bag. Hold on. Ugh, I don't have any more bags. Shit. Okay. Sorry, I swore. Sorry. At one point, everywhere I went, literally everywhere, and every guy I talked to was some type of doctor. And I was like, oh my gosh, but literally just outside. I mean, if you guys follow what I say and go to the places I tell you to go, you're going to meet doctors, lawyers, judges, businessmen, execs. You're going to meet all these types of people. I don't know. Do that. And you pretty much find them. What do you think of women that just go, hold on. I should put on, is this messed up? Oh, okay, that's a weird angle. What do you, I mean, try to read this. What do you think of women that we just go to look out for a man who just pays for everything for them? Are they doomed to find true love? No, no. I think the difference is women, the more a man invests in a woman, whether he financially invests in her, the more she's going to like him, the more she's going to be interested in him and fall in love with him. For men, it's very different, where you guys like kind of like instantly have to know and like, oh, I love her. And with women, it's like the more you do, the more you show up, the more she's gonna love you. So even if a woman says like, oh yeah, like I don't really like this guy and I'm using him or something like that, if he's doing like a lot for her, eventually she will fall for him. And that's usually what happens. So I don't think that's ever, okay, I'm back, and guess what? You're still angelic. Okay. I assume they are more easily available in the morning than night. Okay. They're not available. I mean, if we're talking about doctors, girl, I I mean, it's not for the weak. They are busy people. Um, a lot of them, though, you probably will meet them online because they work a lot. So meeting them in person, I mean, I've met a couple of doctors in person, and I met a lot of them online because they work a lot. And I used to like, well, actually, okay, so I did plot a little bit when I was in my doctor era, and I would always know like how to tell if a guy was a doctor just simply by the pictures that he posted. Because usually, if a person's a doctor, they're gonna say it, especially if they're like some type of surgeon or anything. So yeah, you can easily find them like online because they really won't be outside like that unless they do have a date, which you'll be their date if you find them online. I just found your channel. I already know you don't have kids. Thank you. Is that a compliment? Is that a dig? Not sure. Um, but I want kids. I can't wait to have kids. I'm actually looking really forward to having children. I want a lot of them. Um, my husband's like, okay, whatever you want. But the plan is we're not going to sell the house we have now. We're just going to rent it out and then get a house that I want, because before I got married, my husband already had this house, and it's nice and all, but it's not the house that I chose. So we're gonna get that together before any babies coming. No worries. I understand. Thanks for the tip. So why don't you go for it? For kids? Like I said, we're in the process of getting our, like we're in the process of getting a new house. Basically, we renovated this house, and we are gonna go do that whole renting out our house now and moving into the new house, and then um, focus on the kids after that, because I don't want to do the whole moving thing with like newborns and all that. So I'm very like meticulous. Like I plan things out. I know things are unplanned. A lot of the times you can't plan everything. But like I even planned when I was gonna get married. Like I'm just very much a planner. I'm a Capricorn. So I mean, if that means anything. So I do like have like my way of doing things. How expensive is California? Oh my God, it's insane. I wrote a list of things I need from the grocery store, and I was looking in my bag and I can't find anything that I wrote down. So I'm just winging it in here. So probably not gonna buy all the things I actually need, but we'll see. How expensive is it? It's very expensive. So, but it's fine. I mean, good thing my husband makes a good living. Um, but right now we're looking um, like 1.8. That's how expensive things are. That's starting like 1.8. Insane. Like I is it worth 1.8? Like in the reality? Who knows? You know? Like I honestly, because we're not selling our other house, I really feel like I just want the market to crash while we're buying the house. So then we can just get it at the price that we would rather pay. But it is what it is. Waiting to see you as a cute mama. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited for it. In due time, it's so funny. We went out with a couple yesterday for dinner, and like the guy's like, I see. He was like, I just like we were talking, and he was like, because we were talking about like kids and everything, because they have kids. Most of our friends have kids, which makes sense. And he was like, while we were talking, he was like, I just heard twins. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait, hold on. He was like, no, I feel like you're going to have twins. And I'm like, twins runs in my family. Like, there's sets of twins in my family, like more than two. And I'm like, I would love twins, but I mean, this is not a conversation about that, so whatever. What's your 9 to 5? So, oh, you can go. Thanks. Great question. So I don't work for anybody, so I don't have a 9 to 5. Um, what is this? So yeah, I don't work for anybody. So I mean, I technically work for my husband in his business, but that's just for payroll processing purposes. Yeah, so I'm a housewife, if you couldn't tell already. And I do YouTube, and I have a business through there. And I also have another business that I had before meeting my husband that I still run and do. What's your 9 to 5? Which is like, you think like running a business is all good and everything, but it's like more than 9 to 5. It's constant. It's a consistent thing. You're not really free like that, like what you think you are, just because you're not working for somebody else. Because things come up and you got to be present. I think I have blueberries in the house, but I want more. I love blueberries. If you run a business, then you are not doing 9 to 5. It's 24-hour thing, sadly. Yeah, it really is. And I mean, luckily with what I do, like with coaching with women and stuff, I really enjoy it. So like it's like talking and catching up with like girlfriends. So that's really fun. But yeah, like my husband, he owns and runs a law firm, and he has attorneys under him. He has just a bunch of employees. So I don't know how he does it, honestly. I'm always like, babe, you're like, go, 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 go. And I'm just tired already for you, just looking at the schedule. But yeah, he loves it. So I think that's kind of the thing when you do go into business for yourself. You definitely need to love it because it's going to be more work than working for somebody else. And if you don't love it, then you're going to hate life. So just a tip for the wise, if you guys ever wanted to go to business, if you are in business for yourself, make sure you love it, because yeah, it's not what it's cracked up to be. I'm a civil servant, would love to work for myself, though it's hard to put up with people who know by default. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever you love doing, you can definitely figure out a way to make that into a business. Like I said, you definitely want to love it, though, because you may hate what you're doing now. You'll really hate if you're a business owner and you don't like what you're doing. I don't even know if I got everything I needed. I don't think I did. Oh well. I stayed on here longer than I thought I was. Yeah, I don't know if I got everything, but I'll just have to come back when I find that list in my house, probably sitting on the table where I wrote it. And stupid me just was like, I'm out the door. Is there anything open? Okay. This one open? Okay, great. I do not like doing self-checkout. It's too much work.
Seems like you need to cook, right?
Yeah. It's like I was hungry and then like, oh, I have no food in the house. Let me just cook.
What do you like to eat most of the time?
I'm gonna make pasta.
Oh yeah, I love pasta.
Yeah.
I used to eat pasta all the time.
Yeah.
Because I used to live in South France.
Oh, nice.
At the border, I was in Cannes. And my favorite dish, you will not believe me, tomatoes, basil, olive oil, and feta cheese, French baguette. So that is
nice. Yeah.
something I will jump on it.
Yeah.
But I was doing some cycling, so pasta was also my favorite food.
Yeah. Very nice.
You can eat pasta every day. Different.
Really?
I mean,
Is that healthy?
if you know how to burn your calories.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't think anything is bad. It's fun before don't passionate about
Right.
burning.
Right.
I'm not freaking with calories, but I
You have
count
a
my
Ralph's
calories in a
card?
day.
Yes.
And will you need bags?
Yes, please.
I said that you forget something though.
What did I forget?
What about your glass of wine?
That
68.
You don't drink wine
I don't drink
at all?
at all.
Cannes, Nice,
Yeah.
it's absolutely outstanding. Have you been to South France before?
Never. Never.
Oh, never?
Nope. Never
So
been.
you have a passport?
Of course.
Why
I've traveled, but I've never been to France.
You know why I say that? Because most of the people say they have a dream, but they are not equipped for the dream.
Oh, right.
So, do you have a passport? No. So, it's interesting. You should. Besides that, Monaco is also quite expensive.
Yeah.
But I love. What's that? I love the South of France. It's absolutely an outstanding place.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
Over 18.
Oh, very long.
Yeah. Well, it's long and not long enough.
Yeah.
To tell you why. It's because It's just the time for you to adapt, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let me. You want to drink coffee now? I was about to my coffee and my little dessert.
I have to actually get going.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but it
Hey,
was
God bless you anyway. Okay.
you too. Nice meeting you.
Yes, and you. What do you do?
I'm I'm a housewife, so
Oh, you are a housewife.
yeah.
You have children.
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
It's coming up. God bless you.
Maybe you too.
Take care.
Thanks. Child, didn't I just tell you guys go outside? Hold on.
All the best.
Yeah, enjoy your coffee.
Study for that.
Yeah,
The French way, you know. I'm not doing all that doing stuff.
makes sense. Okay, I would put that away, but I'm just trying to get in the car. I actually left my wallet in here. Y'all, what do y'all, what do you, hold on, let's see what you guys are talking about. I don't work at all, but I need to make my own money and start stacking money. What do you think makes a woman wife material to a lawyer or a doctor? Honestly, it's really about lifestyle. So for the, okay, let me just keep on reading. I'll answer that. You're right. I have a business and it's constant. Save some of your energy for when you get home, if you know what I'm saying. And I have twin girls, both just graduated from college this week. Congratulations, Gregory. I love listening to your voice, but this camera water is making my head twitch a bit. Sorry, I was inside. This man is interested. Okay. Haha, dude trying to get a married woman. You're a magnetic girl. You just gave us a live example. Well, who can ignore your voice and smile? Dude, really into the talk, I guess. I It's constant. Oh, he has a nice little BMW too. Um, Let me get out of here. Um, that's what I was saying. It's so easy. Just go outside and men will just talk to you because that's what they do. And it's always funny because they always chat me up and then I like hit them with the I'm married or what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm a housewife. Oh, you have kids? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, it's kind of like the same conversation, but I'm friendly. Like I'll talk back. It's not a big deal to me. But back to the question. What do you think makes a woman wife material to a lawyer or a doctor? Um, Honestly, it's about lifestyle. So, whatever he's into, so all of the guys, just men, period, usually men will have like a hobby. There's something that he's into. And if you too are into that hobby, it could be anything. Like, say, well, the doctor that I was with for a significant amount of time, he was into surfing. Like, he surfed all the time. I'm not a surfer, but I like to go to the beach. So he would surf, he would kite surf and do all that stuff, and I would just hang out on the beach. And that's kind of how we connected. My husband, we like to bike ride together. So it's kind of like the downtime together where you're not like doing anything super fancy, but it's like a hobby. If you guys can enjoy it together, then he's going to start envisioning life with you and like how he likes doing these things with you. So it could be anything. It could be working out at the gym if he's into that. It could be just really anything. Um, that's what will get him to look at you in that light. And also, he it's really about your personality and if he also feels like he, like women have to feel safe with a guy, men also have to feel safe with the woman. He has to feel like, you know what, this woman is like a caring woman, like he feels off of your energy, and then he's going to start envisioning like life with you. Like if you're not like drama based, like some women are just full of drama, some people are just like constantly like in chaotic and really aren't a man's peace, or how they say like they want a woman who's their peace. Like if you're like that with a man, he's going to start envisioning life with you because he likes being around you, and that's going to make him think that you're actually uh wifey material. Okay. How did you meet your husband? So I actually met him while so one of his clients needed so my business, own a notary business. So one of his clients needed a notary, and I ended up going out and doing it, and he was there at the signing because he was their attorney. And then we just started chatting, and then he just like kind of the same thing, like asked me out, and well, asked me for my number and then asked me out. And yeah, it's kind of like the same way. You just go and live your life and do some things, and then chat happens. And yeah, it worked out that way. So we met in person, which, it was great. Meeting online, meeting in person, it really doesn't matter, as long as you're vibing with the person. And one thing I liked about my husband that kind of made me just really enjoy our whole thing with one another is that he is a very much like straightforward kind of person. So like he likes you, he's gonna like say it. He's gonna like he's not around the bush with anything. He's going to like swing at things hard. He's like that kind of person. Like it's like always like do or die with him. So he's like, okay, it's my shot. I like her. She's cool. Let me ask her. Can I get her number? Can I take her out? And then, he came to play as soon as we met one another. He was just on it. And after the first date, we seen each other every single day since, and still to this day, since being married. Except like I went on a trip with like my family and stuff, and it was in the beginning of our relationship, so obviously he didn't come along. But yeah, he just stayed consistent and present. It like turned really gray. That's the thing. Like I love living by the ocean, but that marine layer is a downer. And like before I lived here, I lived by the ocean but more south, and it wasn't this bad, but like over here it's just like always like that. It's so annoying. If he is as handsome as me, then you're blessed. Congrats. Yeah, he's a handsome guy actually, which I wasn't, picky about either. But yeah, I think my husband is very handsome actually. So I've been told by people. And by myself, like I think he's a good looking guy, and he's just a good person. And that's the thing, like when it's not all about the if you're wife material. You have to actually look at these guys and see if they're husband material, because you are, you have a choice in this too. So a lot of women just want to get married, and they're not choosing the right partner. They're just choosing whoever's choosing them. And it's like, no, you have a choice, and you want to make sure like this person is actually husband material. This person is actually going to be the husband you want him to be. Like I said, is he present? Is he consistent? Is he going to be there? And, depending on what you need, like what your love language is, what you actually need in a relationship, you're going to know what you want. But if you know, like, you time getting with a doctor, yeah, maybe not. Getting with, okay, the thing of it is like doctors are difficult because they have to actually go in and do surgery or do whatever they have to go in and do it. If you're dealing with an executive or a person who works in the corporate world or a lawyer or anything like that, they can do a lot of the work like on their phone, online, like typing. It's very much like you can do it anywhere. But if you're dealing with people who have to go in and their job is very taxing and they're going to be really, really busy, and you're a quality time type of person, like I wouldn't even go for that kind of guy unless he like has like a set schedule and he's like further along in his career, which means like if he's a doctor, like he would have to be in his 40s, and that's like the only time he's actually going to make any like real money. Like you also have to think about that, like they're not even ready to be anybody's husband for real, up until like they're like 40. So that's something to think of. And even with like, I would say even with lawyers, it's similar too. Like they're working their butt off to make partner, or if they have their own firm, they're building that. Like they don't really have time. If it's a person who's working in the corporate world and they haven't reached the part of the ladder where they want to be, they're going to be putting in a lot of time. So you have to be smart also of like, does this person have the time for me? Because that's a big deal, in building any kind of relationship. Hold on. I don't even know why I turned over here. Um, I thought it would be easier. Um, Give me a second. I gotta pull up to my house. Okay. Okay. Um, what did you say? What do you think would be red flags, green flags on the first couple of dates? And then probably not ideal for someone who's looking for their ideal partner based on their profession. No. I think it's definitely important if you're looking for a partner that you look to what their profession is, because you need to know, like, if you're gonna marry anybody, you definitely need to know, like, like pretty early. Like with my husband, even like I think after we got engaged, like he cracked open the books for me. Like he got his financial advisor on the phone, like we had a meeting on Zoom, and he let me know everything that was going on, and he just asked me like what debts. Okay, I'm losing service. Of course I would be losing service. Hold on. I'm trying to, because I need to go in the house, but I keep losing service. Um, okay. So knowing the profession of a guy is very, very important when you're looking for a partner, because you need to know like the time that he has, the money that he has, debt that he has. Because if he, like I said, if he's going to be in any of these like prestigious careers that they need to go to school for, there's a certain level amount of debt that he might have. So you need to know all of these things. Like with my husband, he didn't have any debt. I mean, just like the house. And he owns his car, he owns everything. So it was not really like debt. It was more like asset conversation. But again, my husband is, when we met, he was 41, I think. So he was older. So he kind of like went through that already. So it's definitely like important for you to know like people's professions, where their money is at, and all those things. You don't find that out on the first date, but you definitely find that out like if you're getting serious with a person. Like you need to know that, because one of the reasons why people divorce is over money, and you don't want, to spend all this time and effort and getting married and all of that just so, you know, to get divorced because you guys didn't talk about the important stuff like finances. Um, okay, what do you think are some red flags and green flags on the first couple of dates? The first for me, okay, I'll just say for me, because I know when I was first dating, like I like certain things. Like I love compliments. Like VIP keeps Slayer keeps giving me compliments. Like I love compliments. I'm a compliments driven girl. So if I first meet you and you don't tell me that I look nice or beautiful or anything like that, like you don't actually like compliment me, and it's not like just like for my own like vanity, like oh my god, do I look pretty? But like I like compliments for everything. Like even with my husband, like if I cook something, like I'm gonna ask you, is it good? Like I need to know that you like what I cooked. I need to know like if you like me, if you anything, like just let me know. Like don't hide it from me. So for me, like if I don't get any compliments from the guy, like at all, like then that would be a red flag. Also it depends on like just the kind of person he is, but like if he doesn't have any level of chivalry, like if he's not doing anything gentleman like, that would be a red flag for me. Like I don't think he needs to go like completely like, oh my god, there's a puddle there, let me carry you, let me put my jacket down on the puddle so you could cross. No, that's a bit excessive. But I do think like there are certain things like, holding the door for you, getting your door for you, complimenting you, paying for dinner, like things that like that, that's something that is a green flag. And if he wouldn't do that, that to me would be a red flag. Also, during the conversation when you guys are talking to one another, is he actually talking about like things like that would involve you, or is he talking about his ex? Is he like bitter? Is he like pretty much like a negative person? That would be a red flag to me. Like if he's like, a lot of people are like into politics and will talk your ear off about politics. Like that to me is like annoying because it's rude. And so actually don't know how to read the room and you don't even know where I stand politics wise. So why would you like start having that conversation so like abruptly and everything like that? So those are just like some red flags that would cause me to pause and be like, maybe not this person. I'm just trying to like figure this out. Okay. First time checking live, so happy to see you. Hey, Des. When men's are just simple creatures, all we need is a girl who doesn't stress our lives, loyal, gives good vibes, make us feel as though we need you to be with you till the end of our life. That's it. We win the life. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Along with a good hawk talk from time to time. What I meant though was someone saying I want to marry a doctor or I want to marry a lawyer or a football player, etc. That's a bit shallow. Yeah, I mean, you don't even know until you meet people. Like you can just say like I want to marry someone financially responsible, because that's really what it comes down to, is like you want someone who's financially responsible, because like I said before, that needs to be in line, and that person can be any kind of career. They can do YouTube and be financially responsible. They can do anything. So I think when you think like, oh, it needs to be a doctor, it needs to be a lawyer, then you kind of limit yourself. But I do think like women should, and I mean even and with men too, but like you should look for a man who's going to be like financially responsible if that's what you want. And yeah, you should look at the profession in that way. I wouldn't say like, unless you're like young and you're like, hey, I want to date a basketball player or something like that. Like we've all been there. I've been there, when I was in university. I only wanted to talk to the D1 players. Like that's something you do when you're younger. As you get older, you kind of just look like, okay, who is responsible? Because now you have to do, like, when you're looking to marriage, you have to look at like responsibility. You need to pair up smart. It's not just like boyfriend and girlfriend dating. It's really about like, who am I going to pair up with that's actually, we're going to be like positive and like good for one another. And that's important. So you do have to make sure like you're in the right position, they're in the right position, and you can come together and, do life together and enjoy it. Like VIP Slayer said. 8, my battery gonna die soon. I'm gonna hear your voice in my head from now on for sure. See you again, Crushy. Goodbye for now. All right, bye. Thank you so much. I'm actually gonna go too, so we're both going. I gotta go put these groceries and everything in the house. But yeah, it's been great chatting with you guys. I'm gonna hop on here maybe some other time. I feel like if I get back in the house and no, I'm gonna make dinner because I didn't go to the bar like I said I was gonna go. Yeah. And like another thing that I want you ladies to like look back at, that whole conversation was initiated by that guy. So you ladies who are single that do want to date and stuff like that, that whole conversation that just happened in the grocery store, I don't know if you guys heard the whole thing, but like, you know, it started because he just was behind me in line and wanted to um just talk about what I was buying because he was like, "Oh, making dinner," and it's like, "Oh yeah, da, 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 da." And like that was his whole like in right there to try to get me to talk to him more and more. And all you have to do is be friendly, smile, and all that, and you're good to go. So if you didn't see that, just go back in this live. I'll keep this live up, and you'll catch that little interaction. The camera was wonky, so you're not gonna see anything, but you're gonna hear it. So yeah. Mick says, I subs, catch you again. Catch you again. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, let me go in this house. Okay, bye.